there, it's Kristen from the naptimereviewer.com. Today we're taking a look at the iCoffee Opus Spin Brew single serve coffee machine. This machine comes about a year after iCoffee introduced their SteamBrew technology. We actually reviewed their SteamBrew machine, which serves a full pot of coffee versus the single serve, like K-cup size. So there's some pros and cons to this machine when comparing it to like the Keurig K560, for example. There's a lot more pros than the Keurig Mini. The iCoffee Opus actually holds about 75 ounces of water, whereas like the Keurig Mini, you had to pour 10 ounces at a time into the water reservoir. So it's definitely an upgrade. Another pro to the iCoffee Opus machine is you can actually change your drink size from 4 ounces all the way up to 12 ounces. Although if you brew a 12-ounce coffee with a normal K-cup or even the refillable K-cups, it tends to be a little more watered down. So if you like the watered down taste, then by all means go for the 12 ounces, but really you don't need any more than about 10 ounces. When I first got this coffee machine in the mail, I was reading the box and it said that it brews a hotter than hot, smoother than smooth, and faster than fast cup of coffee. It said it brews in less than a minute. So I was kind of assuming that like from literally start to finish, it would be 1 minute. But the heating process takes a couple of minutes, and then the actual brew process takes under a minute. It's like 53 to 58 seconds or something like that. So, I mean, they were right. It says it brews in less than a minute, but it's a little deceiving because you kind of assume the entire process is under a minute, but really it's not. But I have 3 minutes to spare. That's totally fine, but I just wanted to, make that clear. One thing that sets this single-serve brewer apart from some of the Keurig machines is that it works with every K-cup, every real cup capsule, every 1-cup capsule, and all the private label cups, and that's different than the Keurigs. So I just want to show you, this is the water compartment, obviously. This is the little cup holder here. You can remove it if you have a tall cup, and it just kind of like attaches there. It must have magnets or something because it holds pretty well right there. I just want to show you the portion that holds the K-cups. It's unlike, like we have a mini Keurig, and our mini Keurig, this part actually drops. So I love that this is stationary and the top is what opens. So you just pop your K-cup right in there and close that. This is, your display. It'll say it's heating, it's ready. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and power it on. The energy saver mode always comes on. I'm not really quite sure what that does, to be honest. I could not find any information about it in the packet. It's possible I just missed it, but anyways, we go ahead and leave that on. So right now it says it's heating. I'm going to dial this down. What I love about the iCoffee machine is you can specify the amount of ounces you want to brew. So it goes all the way down to 4 ounces. So maybe if you're doing, like a cappuccino or an espresso, whichever one's the smaller size, and it goes all the way up to 12 ounces. So I'm going to scale it down to about 10 ounces, and while that's heating, I'm going to go ahead and grab my mug. I'm going to place my mug right there. What's different about this iCoffee K-cup machine is it brews the coffee in under a minute, and it's extremely hot. It's so much hotter than my Keurig machine brews. And like I said, it's under a minute for the actual brewing process. The heating process takes a little bit more time. What I love about this machine, though, is that it's so quiet. We keep having problems with all of our coffee makers being so loud. And it's not good in the morning when you have little babies sleeping and they wake up because the machine's vibrating. So this is as loud as the machine gets when it's heating up, which is amazing. So now it says it's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the little coffee cup picture there. I'm going to pop it in. I'm going to close it. And it still says ready. And right here is the brew button. And that's about as loud as it gets. So I haven't found any other K-Cup machine though that serves super, super hot coffee in under a minute. And one that's so quiet. So that the iCoffee machine is definitely unique. And it's only like $139. So, I mean, really, you cannot go wrong. And you can see, like, it's not that big. It fits perfectly over here in our little coffee corner. And I like that it stores the water. We were using a Keurig mini. We would have to fill a mug with water, and then we would have to pour it in the top, wait for it to drain. Then we would brew our coffee, and it'd be missing half of the water. So I love that it has the water reservoir, and you don't have to fill it that often. And when it gets about right here, it'll ask you to refill the water. So then it says it's already ready to brew another cup of coffee. So you can simultaneously brew cups of coffee, and it's, you know, ready, it's heated, it's good to go. I brewed 10 ounces. It's a perfect amount for that size mug. So another thing I really, really like to do with my K-Cup machines to keep them from getting yucky is I brew, I'm going to dial this down actually because I have a smaller cup. I brew just a water cup. And I just, you know, I like to clean it out, and it kind of gives me an idea of, like, you know, how dirty it's actually getting. And if you wanted to, you could brew water if you're going to make some tea. They do make K-Cups for tea, like this one right here. This is a tea K-Cup. But if you just want to brew a little cup and put your tea bag in there, it's nice just to, you know, make some hot water like this. I do recommend doing a clean out cycle first, just in case there's any coffee grounds or any sort of residue in there. You can kind of get that out. And my husband and I actually use, let me grab that and show you. My husband and I actually use the little coffee filter that came with our iCoffee machine, and we just scoop, you know, whatever coffee we have, we scoop it in there, pop the lid on, and it fits right in there. So that's a good way to save money if you don't like to actually buy the K-Cups and you have a specific type of coffee that maybe doesn't come in a K-Cup. You just, you know, use the little filter that comes with your iCoffee machine, and it's perfect. My husband actually does this every single morning. I prefer the K-Cups. I feel like it's sometimes a little better coffee. Oh, you hear the baby over there. But yeah, so it's nice. It comes with that. You don't have to worry about purchasing that unless you want to purchase extra filters, you know, just to have on hand. You can see my cup of water. It's a little bit dirty, so like I said, I recommend just kind of cleaning that out every once in a while. So overall, this has so far been my favorite K-Cup brewing machine out of all of the ones I've tried. It's super hot coffee. The water reservoir holds quite a bit of water. The blue lights are actually really cool, and it's such a quiet machine. Quietness is a must if you have kids. If you're in the market for a new K-Cup brewer, definitely check out the iCoffee Opus.